Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're gonna be talking a little bit personal, either guys, girls, doesn't matter, but it's a little bit more about taking business downstairs. So for everybody that's interested, and if you guys don't feel comfortable, then completely understand. You don't have to keep watching the video, but if you are interested in some of the pros and cons and the pre and after, go ahead and stick around and we're gonna talk a little bit about that. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask away. Not scared to answer anything. Everybody's different, so let's go ahead and jump in. All right guys, so if you haven't broken up with your razor, let me just tell you, it is time to just dump the razor. Once you've done waxing, it's honestly the best thing and feeling ever that you can probably invest. Some people feel like it's an investment. I can't stress it enough that like the feeling and everything after you get a wax is the best feeling in the world. I feel like now it's 2020. You know dang well them razor bumps, that itching, that burning sensation and all that, it's just not worth it. You having to shave what, a day or two later? I mean, everybody's hair is different. Let's just cut to the chase. You need to one up this. I used to shave. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I never used to use a razor or anything like that, but I think for maybe a year I kept contemplating if to do it or not, and then I always heard good stuff, but I think I was more scared of the pain, you know, like you're spreading your legs open for someone, or you know, just someone in general looking at your moon. Honestly, don't go into your appointment or don't have that mindset thinking that just because that's within yourself. I think people just think that in their head, or like they sweat that, but a waxer honestly isn't really going to be like, they're just gonna go in and remove your hair and that's it. I've been getting a Brazilian wax now for 3 years. Over time, your hair does change, meaning it is gonna get thinner and thinner, and not only that, but you're not gonna grow as much as you would. So little by little, it'll start slowing down the process, the hair growth. And I mean, I don't know who wouldn't prefer that over having to shave constantly, and then just being in the shower spreading your legs and, you know, trying to get in there, you're trying to be comfortable and whatnot. Like, it's just not worth it. It takes a while too. I don't want to go too into depth about, you know, what is and what isn't, but I am going to be a little bit informative about what I personally have experienced getting a Brazilian wax. Honestly, I feel like the pain tolerance, it's not even all that. Maybe your first, second, and third visit might hurt because you're not used to that, the whole yanking and this and that. I remember my first waxer wasn't so comfortable because, one, if there's no conversation and it's just quiet, it makes it awkward, and that's kind of how it was for me at the beginning with her. And I think later on we would have like small talk, this and that, which kind of helped. Little by little she started coming along. I even did consider seeing somebody else, but to me, honestly, jumping around, I was just kind of a little scared because I wasn't sure like about the whole spreading my legs in bed for multiple different people. I think after a while you kind of adapt to it. It's maybe your first year. Your hair is gonna change. It's just gonna become finer. It's not gonna be as thick. For me, I have thicker hair. Everybody's hair is different. Pain tolerance is different. But if you want me to be honest, if you feel more comfortable with taking painkillers, or like for instance me, I would take Advils just to kind of numb, you know, some of that pain, or so it wouldn't be as painful. I would suggest you do that, especially your first few rounds. You're probably gonna feel a bit sore, sensitive at the beginning, but it's completely normal. You know, the skin is kind of tender, especially down there. And also, one of my favorite things to do that I also keep in mind whenever I am going for my wax appointment, I do it as soon as I can early in the morning. Just because I am a coffee drinker. I love my coffee. I don't want to be waiting till 11, 12 to have my cup of coffee, but I try to just book my appointments every 4 weeks, first appointment or second appointment around. It's because you don't want to take anything that it's like caffeine, you know, like related or whatever. At least me, I don't feel comfortable drinking coffee. And if you guys haven't experienced that, I know when you pee it out, just like everything, fluids, liquids, etc., everything that comes out of your body, like you're gonna have that scent in you. And don't act like you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, because if y'all are fake. So I'm at least being considerate with my waxer. I don't want like any scent or anything like that. Is no, like I shower, I exfoliate. I'll use like a little sugar scrub just to kind of exfoliate the skin, because I do have a few here and there like ingrown hairs, but I mean also it helps to keep the skin smooth. And one thing about the hair, you're probably gonna feel weird at the beginning, is that basically for the wax to grab onto the hair, it has to be 1/4 of an inch, or basically a grain of rice length. I remember I called prior and I just wanted to get a little feedback before my appointment, just to kind of be ready. Honestly, if you haven't tried it, please do. I would recommend 10 out of 10 for everyone to do it. It's way more smoother on the skin. It's a whole different feeling because you're completely bare. And I can't really explain the feeling, but it's just like, think of a baby's bottom. Clean, I feel fresh, I feel like I can conquer the world just like that. And it gets me in a good mood because I'm like, ah, I feel amazing. And if you're scared, just do a little deep breaths and take a little painkillers. Also, don't go in there with the workout attire. I know a lot of people tend to run their errands and whatnot. Me personally, I wouldn't go into my waxer without taking a shower prior with drinking coffee, and then obviously like breakfast wise, like I'll eat like a banana or something light, just because I'm not trying to go to the restroom just yet. And that's literally what I mean, like first thing in the morning. It's more relaxing to me. I don't have to feel like I have the urge to anything. I know a few waxers also are okay with being on your menstrual or your cycle while that, but honestly, that to me is just not sanitary for hygiene purposes. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend to do that, especially because I know when you're on your monthly, you're more sensitive and your pain tolerance is not at its full capacity. Let's just say that, at least with me, and I wouldn't. One other thing that you probably shouldn't do is a workout, go swimming, any scented anything, and also no sun exposure, just because you don't want to have like allergic reaction or anything to be exposed to something just fresh. I think if you're consistent every 4 weeks, then you'll notice the change. Already at a point where if I didn't want to go in every 4 weeks, I don't have to, because my hair growth and hair slowed down, and it's not the same as it was before. My hair, it doesn't grow as much or as long or as quick or as fast or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't grow out like that, so it works in my favor. It's just something that if you want to invest long term, then I would recommend just do it. Yeah, I think sometimes even if it takes for you to find that one person that will make you feel comfortable and whatnot and does the good work, then I'm not saying go try out like 10 people, but I'm sure you'll run across someone who will get it right. Just try it, honestly. Some of the pros about waxing is you won't have to spend on shaving gel, Nair. I don't know what people use down there, honestly. I'd be scared to put like a cream or anything like that. You won't burn, you won't itch, you won't, like, you know, be as sensitive if let's say you're trying to work out and stuff like that, like you won't have those issues with waxing. I would highly recommend it too for pregnant women, just because I mean, I'm sure it's not comfortable, or even like you can get in there, you know, to actually get all cleaned up. But I'm sure that would be very beneficial to someone who's pregnant also. And then the cons would be, you know, no swimming, working out, etc. You know, just anything that creates any sweat or moisture or sun exposure or anything like that, maybe within like 2 days after. But other than that, oh, and you might be a little tender and sore that first day, which I mean, it's just realistic. Eventually, as you stay consistent with it, the pain tolerance will adjust. You're not gonna feel as uncomfortable. Keep in mind, literally those 3 first sessions might be like a little painful, but just know that that's completely normal because you're not used to that. Guys, like if you wax, honestly, I think it's the best thing too, because we're speaking just in general skin, right? Everybody has ingrown hair, everybody has like bumps here and there, like you're sensitive. Everybody's skin is different, everybody's texture is different, pain tolerance is different. So just keep in mind, honestly, I think it looks great, it feels great, and it's long term. It's not like several times out of a week where you have to do this, you know? It's once a month, keep up with it. I'm telling you, you will not go back. But yeah, try it, let me know how you guys feel with it, and I hope that this kind of helped you to kind of get an idea of what it's like. But yeah, hope to see you guys next time, and thank you for stopping by. Bye. This is the one y'all always hear in the background. Say bye, Millie. Bye.